Welcome to Shiny Makes. Here is another video for making Mondays, where I'll be showing you things I like to make. Continuing from my first video, my free printable diary, this video is going to show you how I customize my diary. Hopefully this will give you some ideas so that you can buy and decorate your own diary or journals. This is not a video about bullet journals or making fancy diaries. I actually use this diary to stay organised. I am going to show you the tools and equipment I use rather than a video showing you what to do. I just like a basic diary where I can adorn it with stickers, stamps, washi labels, printer labels, all the fun and nice stuff without having to colouring in or wasting a lot of time just making a diary look pretty. A lot of my stationery is bought from Commercial Press, Populars, Login, to name a few of the popular stationery shops in Hong Kong. I am going to show you how I decorate my cover. I usually like to recycle. For the cover, I found an old craft leaflet in a magazine. This is not just pretty but also inspirational as well. And if I decide to change the picture a couple of months down the line, then this is easy to do too. One last thing I need to do is to change the date. Here I am using an embossing label maker. One of the companies that make this is Dymo. These are around £7 to £10 each, and you can get them in different shapes and sizes. Should be available in most good stationery shops. You can get the tapes in super glossy, matte, but I think my one is either silky or satin. The backing is a little bit hard to peel off, but if you got nails then you shouldn't have a problem. It is very hard wearing and super sticky, so once it's stuck down it's very hard to peel off. I will show you how to use this embossing label maker at the end of the video. Always make sure the picture fits inside the wallet. If it doesn't fit, then you might have to stick it at the back of the front cover. These little mini stickers came handy when it came to using them on my monthly tracker. To make things discreet, you could always use other stickers. If you're searching for small stickers to use in your monthly tracker, then I would advise you to look on Etsy for mini stickers or schedule stickers. As for the monthly tabs, I like to use these page markers. I like to use these because you can adjust them and remove them when you want. Because the tab is sticking on the edge of the diary, sometimes it gets a bit damaged. I like to cover my tabs with a bit of sticky tape. I just like to mark down the first 3 letters of each month. Then I cover it with a bit of sticky tape. This will help reinforce the label as well as stopping the writing from rubbing off. I have recently found these washi tapes in my local Decals shop. These were perfect for my diary. As you can see, these were made for making calendars. You got the months, the weeks and the days. Anybody living in the Far East or in America would know what Daiso is. Daiso is like your local pound store. A lot of the items are $12 only, so you can imagine what it's like shopping in there. Next on the list are the erasable pens that I use. These ones are from Muji. I'm not sure if they still sell these pens, but you can always find other brands. The pen is easily dismantled and you just buy refills for it. The refills were quite cheap to buy. They kind of discontinued the original one, which is the 0.5, but they did bring out the 0.4. I highly recommend you to use rubbable pens, so if you make any mistakes they're easily rectified. I find that if you rub too hard, sometimes the ink at the back of the page also gets rubbed off. If you do use erasable pens in your entire diary, you can always use a hot iron and iron all your pages and everything will disappear and you can reuse that diary again. I love using these decal transfers, they're very easy to use. I just happen to have some chick designs which I can use to mark in the Easter holidays. I just use all the floral ones to mark in the spring and the summer times. And as for the autumn, I had some tree decals. For the winter, I don't have any decals yet, so I'm just going to leave it blank this time. Next, I used the page markers to mark in all the important dates, such as bank holidays, special occasions, birthdays, festivals, and anything important I have to remember. And don't forget to write down what these colours symbolise. Here is another decal transfer I have found recently. It was quite small and compact, and I quite liked the design, as well as the transfers were very cute. They were slightly bigger than the first decal transfer I used, and also they had a lot of cute food, which I thought would be great to illustrate the days when we go out to eat. It is a lot harder to roll out because it's so big. When you roll it out, it's a bit hard to adhere to the pages. Washi tape is one of the most versatile products to use. If you do use washi tape, there are a few different types that you can buy. There's ones that are quite wide and there are some that are very thin, so depending on what you want to use it for. I like to use this size, which is just over 1 cm wide. I find it very versatile, especially if I want to use it as a page divider or just to make a heading stand out. These are Fiction stamps. They are around £1.50 each. Great for quickly marking in your pages and special dates that you want to remember. And you can get them in many designs and colours. These stamps are erasable, so it's very handy when making mistakes. The next thing I like to do is to fill in my diary with inspirational pictures and ideas for future projects. I never really like to have my pictures stuck down permanently, so I usually use masking tape or washi tape to stick down my pictures. Usually I write around the pictures, but sometimes I lift them up and write underneath as well, because I don't like to waste any pages. I make my own stencils by using a 2mm thick plastic and using a scalpel blade to cut out shapes that I like to use. That way I get to choose the design I want, as well as the shape and the size. It's also handy to make sure the plastic stencil fits inside the wallet in your diary. If you go on Etsy, you can search for journal stencils. You can get them in plastic as well as metal, but I'm always never happy with the designs, so that's why I make my own. Sometimes I use rubber or silicone stamps. This one I got from online and they were around $40, which is around £4, but I have seen these on Etsy for around over £5 each. I got these for around $10, which is about £1 for 6 sheets, from the Dragon Centre in Hong Kong. My two favourite characters at the moment for journaling is Momoy and the other one's Cookie. These were around $10 to $15. I love using these stickers because they are transparent and they blend in well. I never like stickers with a white background because it just does not blend in with the pages. If you do use these clear rubber stamps, it is best to stick it on a clear backing. Like here I'm using a clear luggage tag. You could always use the lid of the stamp pad because it's transparent. This way you can position your stamps in your diary quite easily and accurately. I don't always buy rubber stamps. Sometimes I buy erasers and cut my own designs. Here I have a diamond as well as 2 YouTube stamps which I have made a while back. Here is a selection of sticky notes that I have used in the past. I'm sure everybody is familiar with post-it notes. I also use washi tape, which is colour coordinated with my sticky notes. When I saw this craft sticky notes, I just had to have some. Here is a selection of sticky notes I have been collecting over the years. sometimes they are not even sticky, like this little notebook I just found. This one's from Paper Chase in the UK. I think it was around £4 or £5. I just love the selection. Here is another idea for page dividers. I like to use these elastics from my local stationery shop in Hong Kong. You can get these in many colours, but sticking with the theme, I'm using pink and blue here. If you can't find corded elastic, you could always use a large hair bubble. Make sure it's a large thin one so it doesn't distort your diary. Another great page marker is using binder clips, bulldog clips, or these wire clips. Or these mini pegs I've seen in a lot of shops. I like to use wire clips because binder clips seem to be a bit more bulky on the side, and the good thing is these clips will actually lie flat. You can also find magnetic markers like this one. I have been using this for quite a few years now, so you can see it's slightly tatty. On one edge there's 10 centimeters marked on there, so it comes really handy when you want to use a ruler. This is the Tepra label printer by King Jim. If you go on their website you can find all the latest models on there. When it first came out it was about $500, so that's just about £50. This one is actually an old design. This model is available in pink as well as light blue, and it prints on washi tape as well as a ribbon, but you will have to buy their brand of products to use with this machine. It costs roughly about £9 to £10 for the washi tape and about £12 and over for the ribbon. You don't have to buy a separate ink cartridge for printing. This printer uses 6 batteries, or you can use a mains adapter. There is a newer version of this that came out not long ago. In a future video I will show you how to use this machine. Recently I spotted some erasable highlighter in my local stationery shop. I thought I'd give it a go. Surprisingly it's from the same company, Frixion, as the rubber stamp. This is the yellow highlighter, and the colour wasn't too bright when I applied it on my page. The ink didn't really come out smooth either. It seems to have some gaps, but I did notice it smudged my pen ink. Time to give it a rub. This is actually rubbing at high speed. I tried writing straight after I finished rubbing, and the ink of my pen seems to not want to stay on the page. And when I tried to highlight it again, the ink seemed to just smudge. My advice is, make sure the highlighter ink is dry first before you write on top, otherwise it just smudges. I just gave up in the end, so I just stuck a sticker on top instead. If you are really into journaling and like to use washi tape, I would suggest you to use this machine. It's a special label printer for making journal stickers. The only downfall is you have to buy their brand of washi tape to use. The tape comes in a few designs and they are a lot cheaper compared to the first machine, but this machine doesn't print on ribbon, only just washi tape. You don't have to buy separate ink cartridge either. This machine uses 4 AA batteries compared to the 6 in the first machine. If you're interested in using one of these machines, I will do a video in the future to show you how to use it. One good thing about this machine compared to the first one is, if you have a diary like mine, where the dates have been separated in little squares, you can measure the squares and input that into your machine. So when you have a schedule, you can either print for 1 day, 2 days, or if you're on holiday for 7 days, you can print a label that is 7 days long and it would fit your page perfectly. Another thing to mention is this washi tape actually peels off cleanly and you can actually use it again if you make a mistake. I have been given these stickers recently by a friend who went to Japan. This is another type of stickers I like to use because the paper is slightly textured, almost like crepe paper. This is a fancy hole reinforcer which I have found during my Hong Kong trips. Back in the days when I was a poor student, we used sellotape to reinforce the holes and then hole punch that instead. You can also buy these reinforcers with these donut rings that are just clear, so you don't need to have these donut stickers. But me loving my stationery, of course I got to have these ones. Hope you like this video and thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos from Shani Makes. Hopefully it's giving you some ideas on what to use to customize your diary or journal.